good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on wherever you are watching us from. This is another edition of Politics on the Street. You can subscribe and and then like our video. Let me say that again. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and then like our video for better engagement. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the videos for better engagement. Yesterday, finally, the leader of the nation, Asari Dokubo, has finally opened up. He said the Opopo, Kalabari, and the Ogoni people, they are all from the Igbo tribe. Despite he has claimed that he is not from the Igbo tribe. He has finally admitted that I am from the Igbo tribe. Asari Dokubo, how will you react to this, sir?
Asari Dokubo, you are a Niger Delta. If there's anything like Niger Delta, we don't want to come to that anyway. But we have seen over the years, diverse statement that is coming from Asari Dokubo himself. When there was a small issue, he seemed to switch over to unknown identity. And I don't know why he decided to run this kind of video this season by coming out again. Of course, we know this is not the first time he's proclaiming his Igbo identity. I want to tell you that what you are trying to pass, the message you are trying to pass of your Igbo identity is known to the Igbo nation, is known to Biafrans, it is known to everybody around the world, that you are from Ohafia. Idia Valley is your father's name, grandfather's name, Idia Valley. And where is Idia Valley coming from? Idia Valley is coming from a place in the state called Ohafia. That is where your great grandfather came from. And it's good you acknowledge it and you keep on. Sometimes you will play a kind of what Anekalapa Felakutu will say is government magic. But now it is the time for you to stand and defend who you are. It's not a matter of where you're coming from, Calabari, you're coming from Ogoni, you're coming from anywhere. As at when the war was about to break out, we remember the press statement, the official release, a statement made by Obafemi Awolowo before the war started, the eve of the Nigerian Biafra war. Go back to the record. And Awolowo himself wrote a letter to Odumego Ojukwu, on the issue of how to protect, the so-called, half Igbos in the today Niger Delta. As at that time, the population of the entire minorities, so to say, in that region, who are, of course, Igbo people, that over the years, as a result of culturalization, they were able to have certain languages, fused into it, generation, over and over. Generational synergy that was built, as a result of people migrating from one place to another. But that has been the truth. You can remember that it was the Igbo man that discovered the Nigeria, the source of Nigerian strength, which was then in Bonny, and that Igbo man is called King Jaja of Opopo. He was the one that discovered the entire riverine area from Bonny, Calabari, Namdeni, and all that. He was the man that he was the one that was named as Niger area. As the case may be, even though we have some reservations on why Nigeria should answer Nigeria in the first place. But I'm just trying to give you an insight of what Asari Dokubo is trying to say. That the fact remains that he is from Abia State. His grandfather is from Abia State. And of course, from Ohafia, precisely, Adam. That is where they come from. And the same thing goes to Precious Jonathan. We begin to look at these things as they come. So the entire South and Southeast currently are Igbo territory and are part of the old East Central states. And when the British came, they further more in that division, as a result of what Gowon did, before the war, was able to create 12 states and created a kind of division, where people begin to say, no, this, that, we are not this, we are not. We are denying their identity. So at this point now, over the years, Igbo man has been resilient in his things. Igbo man has been, focused on what he wants to do. Igbo man has been, a Republican in nature, trying to define and carry who he is. Igbo man has never denied who he is. Apart from the British system that came and destroyed the genealogy and the ancestral origin of an Igbo man. Anything that has to do with South and Southeast currently now are originally all East Central States and can be referred as Biafra land. That is just it. So it is not a big news. It's not a new news to the world. Where I started coming back to say that his grandfather, great grandfather, Idiabale. He even mentioned him, Idiabale, that nobody is going to take that away from him. That him, Asari Dokubo, is an Igbo man, and all the Calabari, on the Popo, thereabout, in and all that. They are well Igbos. Let me give you a brief history. Even though that there has been issues where certain people are saying Ishekiri, there's no traces of Yoruba in Urobo and Ishekiri. If you look at the founder of Ishekiri, called Nana, go and look at the history back. Nana, who is the founder of Ishekiri kingdom, so to say, is an Igbo man. I can categorically tell you that one comes from other states. The same thing that happened to King Jaja Opopo, who discovered the entire Bonny land, of which it was from that land that the idea of having Nigeria, Niger, came about, and of course that much about to Niger area, So what we're trying to say is this: Asari Dokubo, we are aware of your news. And whether you are trying to say one thing or the other, or say another thing tomorrow, the fact still remains that you are, and you can never deny it. And I've listened to so many interviews granted by Asari Dokubo himself, and I keep on aligning it with the recent one where he is still claiming that he is Igbo. You don't need to claim he's Igbo, but Igbo is who you are.
But now, don't you think Asari Dokubo is trying to chase clouds, and then why has he refused to for him to have identified with the Igbo tribe all this while?
No, the problem is the fear which was created as a result of what Gowon did. The fear that was created as a result of the war, the fear that was created by other ethnic nationalities outside the Biafran territory. Like the Yorubas and the Northerners, and of course, we are not really not the British Empire, the British Kingdom, in what is happening, trying to divide the Igbo more, by creating states, unnecessarily. Let me tell you, even Benue is among the Niger states, is a different territory. Go and look at the history very well. You discover that when the three Portuguese that invaded West Africa, as at that time, if I can remember their names, but I know that we have three Portuguese that invaded West Africa, as case may be. Then go and look at how they were able to structure the territory, and call that territory East Central States, including Edo State, Benue, Plateau, Niger. These were different territories as at that time. But because of the fear of direct and indirect rule, Lord Lugard and his men, have a lot of reservation because of the nature of politics and democracy that were practiced in Igbo land as at that time. China Chebeti Solapart is a reference to that point, and Igbos believe in democracy, that has been their culture. Democracy is an Igbo culture, they don't rule through politics, that's why you have town hall meetings. If there's anything that's going to happen, there's need for people to gather, and that there's need for consensus, there's need for consultation, You know, it's not like any other region in Nigeria where they rule only through one person or the other. You know, that's why they said Igbo. Not that Igbo does not have king. Igbos have king, but you know the kingship in the Igbo land had a traditional clan of consensus in decision making, and that is what Igbo stood for. So Asari Dokubo knows he's an Abia man, he's from Afia. That we know that very well, and any further, so that's what we are talking about. That there's no need of people who are deceiving themselves. Say it does not be this, it does not. That one are side talk. At the right time, when the right time comes, you know, we'll know where and how to go about it. But it's a collective responsibility. You know, even in Iraq, Iraq has the biggest ethnic nationalities in the world. I think Iraq has the largest languages. When I talk about different languages in the world, Iraq today, and Iraq is where it was the beginning of this world. Every human being comes from Iraq. Every human being on this earth today, it came from the city of Iraq. Then after Iraq, we have another powerful clan or tribe or race that was called the Syria, Assyria, but today it's called Syria. Syria is where Islam started. Islam is a tribe in Syria. The word Islam, Muslim, Islam, in reference to that, is a tribe in Syria. You know, and that's how then they built that religion called Islam today. You know, because the particular tribe in Syria is called Islam. You know, so the same thing we're talking about. You know, the issue of how different ethnic nationalities, you know, that's going to build the entire Biafra land, and that is why they told you everybody knows that the meaning of Biafra is all about United States. Biafra means more than two coming together.
More than two coming together. Thank you for coming to the show, sir.